Welcome to the Handed Down Kitchen, where we bring recipes out of the past and back into the kitchen. Today's recipe is for a classic Black Forest Gateau using a 1980s recipe titled Black Forest Cherry Cake. If you've got an occasion coming up and you're looking for a recipe for a gateau that's easy to make but still looks pretty impressive and is delicious, this is a great one to use. We found this recipe in our copy of Hamlyn's The Best of Cooking, which was published in 1987. This book has so many gorgeous recipes in it. We've never tried a recipe from it that hasn't turned out really well, including this one. So to make it, you will need the following ingredients: 100 grams of plain chocolate, 100 grams of butter, 4 eggs, 100 grams of sugar, and we're using granulated sugar, 75 grams of ground almonds, 50 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of corn flour, 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder, 6 tablespoonfuls of kirsch, which is cherry brandy, 450 millilitres of double cream, 75 kilograms of tinned cherries that have been drained, about 12 glacé cherries, and a little extra chocolate to decorate with. We're going to start by making our sponge cake layers. So to begin with, melt your 100 grams of plain chocolate in a bowl over boiling water. And while that's melting, cream the butter with the sugar until it's light and fluffy. Crack your eggs into your butter and sugar and then beat them in very well. Pour in your ground almonds, and now that your chocolate's melted, add this to the mixture. Mix this all together very well. And now we're going to sift in the rest of our dry ingredients: the plain flour, the corn flour, and the baking powder. Mix these all together very well. You can't really overmix this mixture, and it should look something like this when it's ready. For this, you're going to need 3 sandwich cake tins, which have been greased and the bottoms lined with parchment paper, and pour in equal amounts of the cake batter between them. We've only got 2 sandwich tins, so we're going to bake 2 to begin with, and then after those 2 have baked through and are cooling, we'll come back and fill up the last one. And you're going to bake these in a preheated oven set at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit, gas mark 4, for 25 minutes. Once they've baked through, turn your sponge layers out upside down onto a wire rack, and then sprinkle the cherry brandy over them before leaving them to cool down completely. Once your sponge layers have cooled down, it's time to start assembling your gateau. And the first thing to do is whip up your cream so that it's nice and stiff. Lay your bottom sponge layer on the plate or cake stand that you're going to serve the gateau on, and then sandwich together your layers with whipped cream and tinned cherries, leaving enough cream to spread over the top and the sides of the gateau. That's our filling done. Now we're going to coat the top and the sides of the Gateau. Now pipe a border around the top. We copied the picture in the book and piped a few swirls around the top of the cake. And decorate with the glacé cherries. Finally, make some chocolate curls or shavings. I've detailed how to do this in the description box, and then pile them into the centre. And it's done! How easy was that? Black Forest Gateaus are a favourite with both of our friends and families, so we've made a lot of them over the years, but never this one before, despite the book having been in my family since the 1980s, so there's really no excuse. But this is hands down the easiest and prettiest one we've tried so far, so from now on it will be our go-to recipe. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please leave us a like, and if you'd like to see us recreate more antique recipes, be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can also find full instructions for this recipe and many more on our website, linked in the description box below.